Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Neely by Nature. My name is Neely. If you are new to this channel, welcome. On this channel, we talk about so many things from spirituality, law of attraction, my journey, self-improvement, self-actualization, social issues, international news, and so much more. So if any of that interests you, please hit the subscribe button and support your girl. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and comment below. I love hearing from you guys. It doesn't have to always be like comments that are in agreement. I also am very much open to hearing opposing opinions on my videos, and I'm not trying so hard to be right, but I definitely love connecting with people, so I just created this channel. So I'm currently in Costa Rica. I'm living in the jungle, in a eco village, and I kind of posted a few videos if you watched some of my previous videos about my journey here, and I'm kind of just documenting my time here. This is now my third week here in Costa Rica. And I was gonna make a video about what it's like living in an eco village, but I decided I would make a video about that at the end of my experience, because I didn't want to speak too soon about what I'm experiencing and what I'm observing, because it can all change, and I don't want people to watch my previous videos and then my future videos and then feel confused and feel like I'm contradicting myself. So I decided, like, I'm just gonna wait till the end of my experience to kind of talk about it, which will be in like a week, and actually in a month or so, so I can give you guys kind of like the truth of my experience here. And but so far it's been going pretty good. I am living in a very much open space, which is a lot, but I'm getting used to it. Like, there's open space everywhere. If the behind this camera is like it's like all open. So it's like the jungle is like right outside. There's like open areas here at nighttime. Like, we have raccoons come into the house. We have bats flying. There's like a bat in here now. And, you know, we have like armies of ants coming through our house. And it's a lot coming from New York City to this. But it's all part of, you know, living in the unknown, and this is where my journey brought me here, and that's kind of why I decided to make this video, which was about what it's like living in the unknown and the dealing with the feelings of uncertainty, especially for someone who is highly anxious and needs to kind of control the situation, needs to be in control, and needs to know, you know, 5 steps ahead what's going to happen. I kind of wanted to just share my experience about what it's like currently living in the unknown. I would never, ever, ever, never have expected that I was going to do something like this. Like, I was going to quit my career and travel the world and spend my savings to do this, and like live in the jungle and, like, you know, really do this, because I was a bougie ass bitch. Like, I sometimes I can't even believe that I'm doing this, because this is not who I was. It's not, even up until 2 years ago, I would just be like, no, I would not do that. But you know, I went through a lot of shit in the past 2 years, and it kind of led me to this point where I came to the realization that I had a choice, and that I didn't have to choose the life that I was living. And, you know, I was working in corporate America as an executive assistant. And so you can understand where my need to control would come from. It's like it was literally my career to like know what was going to happen, to like manage crises, to, you know, schedule events that would happen like months from now, weeks from now, days from now, hours from now. And that was literally my job. And I was really good at it, like to control. And when life came at me, it came at me so hard that I had to surrender, because if I resisted anymore, I would only cause myself more harm, more self-destruction, more pain, more suffering. So I got to a point where I had to say, okay, like, I'm just going to surrender. Like, I cannot control this. Like, what's happening to me is what I'm experiencing is outside of my control. And all that I can do is just allow for it to happen and to allow myself to feel what's happening. And I got to a point where it was just like, okay, like, now what, you know? And I realized, like, oh, I'm in the unknown. Like, this is what people mean when they're in the unknown. It's like when your life falls apart and you have this short period of time. It's like, it sounds weird to say because it's like a blessing and a curse, because you go through this like dark night of the soul and you're like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. What the fuck do I do? But you have like this moment where it's like, the future is unpredictable. If you can predict your future, if you can predict it, that means you're creating from a place of the known, which is the past. And if you want to create a life that's beyond, like literally beyond what you are living, what you are experiencing, what you believe it can be, if you want to go beyond, you have to come to this place of the unknown. And it's a scary place. I think a lot of people, when they get to the place of the unknown, they naturally like step away because all the uncertainty is, it's overwhelming. And when you have to deal with uncertainty, sometimes you also have to deal with your own shit, like your own trauma, like some of the shit that, you know, you buried within you. And sometimes we are not able to live our fullest potential because there's doubt. There's some shit that happened when we were kids. There was some shit that happened in our families. There's some shit that happened to us that made us feel small, that made us feel insignificant, that made us feel like we had to kind of submit to this world, this like system, and that like working in corporate America, going to college, getting these jobs, and that was the only way to like make a living, to go and buy houses and rent it out. Like these are the only options for us. And it's not. Like you literally have so many options. And I think for me personally, like even up until 2 years ago, like that was the projection of my life. I could predict it. I could be like, okay, this is where I'm going to go. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb the corporate ladder and I'm going to, you know, make I'm going to have a high paying salary and I'm going to have great healthcare benefits and I'm going to get married and I'm going to retire and all my, like, you know, just making all these plans that I felt like it was a plan that everyone had for me. Like the society had for me, my parents had for me. It wasn't even something that I could say that I truly wanted. I wasn't creating. I wasn't using my creative abilities. I wasn't using my natural abilities. I wasn't using my supernatural powers. And I really do believe that human beings are supernatural and that we can actually tap into this power. But you can't ever get to that when you're living in a space of like, when you're living in a pattern, when you're living in the same constant routine. You know, you have to actually break out of the routine. And for me, you know, just living in the unknown, it's been a really intense and scary and like scary process. Like it's I don't know how to say it. It's like a scary process sometimes because it's like I'm so used to having control, whereas like some people are really easy with just like being laid back and like they're good at being in the unknown. And when shit arises, they're dealing with it and, you know, they can get to their fullest potential quicker than other people. But for me, it's been difficult. But the more I surrender, the more I was able to allow like really great experiences to happen to me. So like just coming to Costa Rica, just coming to this eco village, like, yeah, living in this like casita, it's overwhelming, of course. And sometimes it's scary and like, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with all of this. Like the environment, the food, I had to change my diet. I can't eat meat here. I am eating extremely healthy, vegan, gluten-free, all of that. And yeah, it's a lot, but I've also met some amazing people, like the most amazing people. Like people are so funny, so different from like the people that I know, and who are on the same wavelength. Like just coming to a community where people feel the same way that I feel. People quit their jobs. People also have the same awakenings as I have, and it's not like a few dozen people. It's like hundreds of people, and it's so dope to like really experience this. And it's like I wouldn't have been able to experience this if I hadn't gone into the unknown, if I hadn't just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it, and I don't know what to expect, and I don't know where like this is gonna take me, but like I'm just gonna surrender to the process, and let myself be, and I'm going to allow myself to dream big. And so when I manifested not how I was going to get to where I want to be, but how I was going to feel. And I allowed the universe to kind of guide me to like the how. I let the universe decide the how. And sometimes, you're going to go through struggles, but the struggle can sometimes come because of us kind of resisting. And at the same time, the struggle doesn't have to be the worst thing. It's like, I think just recently Virgil Abloh died. If you don't know him, he was a fashion designer. And I read somewhere that was his a quote, and he was like, if I could go back to my younger self, the advice that I would give would be the struggle was the point. And I so fucking resonated with it, because it's like, yes, like I completely believe that. Like it's not the end of it. It's not like happiness is not the destination. It's literally the journey, and I'm literally on this journey. I'm literally in the jungle in Costa Rica with a bunch of people who are around my age group, who are going through the same shit, and we're all just like vibing, and we're all trying to create a better world here, and we're just trying to heal, and we're going through fucked up shit, and we're trying to heal our trauma, we're trying to heal generational trauma, and we're all connecting with people. It's such an experience. And I'm so, like, I realized just yesterday I went to Nosara, which is it's a little beach town in Costa Rica, and I spent the day with like a bunch of women who I met here, and we were all on the beach, and we were all laughing, and we were just like in the water, and it was just like so beautiful. And then I had this moment where I was just like, a month ago I didn't even know these women. Like a month ago I didn't even know any of these women, and I'm having the best time right now. Like in this moment I'm having the best time of my life, and this was a moment that I couldn't have predicted. This was an unknown moment. And I couldn't have experienced this moment had I not allowed myself to be in the unknown. And I think we sometimes are so afraid of the unknown because we look for security. We look for what we know. We look for comfort. And we kind of hold ourselves back in that way from actually reaching our goals, from actually reaching our fullest potentials, from actually like bringing in the abundance and prosperity that is rightfully ours. Like it's yours. You can have it. But we are all afraid. We're all afraid of coming to that. And there is a sense of privilege, that comes with being in the unknown. And I recognize that even for myself. Like I understand that, like, I didn't grow up in privilege at all. My parents didn't come from money. I didn't come from money. I grew up in the Bronx. But I was able to graduate college, and I was able to get really great jobs, and I was able to have a great savings, and I was able to use that money to like travel for a year and like come to a place like this, and but I do believe that you can make those opportunities for yourself even if you don't have money. Like there's people here that are in a work exchange program, and they don't have money either. They just had enough money to get them a ticket here, and their work is in exchange for their stay here, and it comes with food and stuff. So it's like there are options. You just have to look for it. There was a girl I met here, and she was like, she's traveling the world, and she's like, house sitting for people internationally, where she like watches their dog or watches their house, and it's like websites like that out there. So it's like, if you really want it, you can have it. And you might have to kind of get through you, actually. Like, it's you, your mind, that you're going to have to like persevere through. Because your mind's going to try to stop. Your ego is going to try to like keep you in the past, because it knows the past. It wants to keep you comforted. It wants to protect you. But if you want to go beyond, you're going to have to like do some shit where it's like you never thought you were going to do it before. And it's going to feel scary. It's going to feel intimidating. It might be painful. You might have to confront some shit, but I do believe it'll be worth it. Like, I 100% believe it'll be worth it. Like, my life before, like, it was cool. Like, I have no complaints. Like, I'm very grateful for the life that I was able to have, like, the means that like, the money that I had, you know, like the job security, all of that. But I got to a place where it's just like, there's more money to be made. And I don't have to work a job that I don't really enjoy. I actually have something to offer. I'm actually creative. I'm actually smart. I'm actually interested. I'm actually a seeker. I know I have powers. I know I have abilities that I can actually like work on, and I can actually use this to like better my life and better the life of others. So why not take a chance? Why not make an investment on me? You know, I sold all my things, all my designer things. I was spending thousands of dollars on designer things. I was spending money. And now I don't feel like I'm spending money. I'm investing money. And my greatest investment is me. And so when I step into the unknown, I know that I'm investing in me. And I don't know what the future is going to be, but I believe that I am going to get to where I need to be, because I'm already envisioning myself. I already feel myself happy. I already am experiencing joy. I'm already experiencing the peace that I have desired. I'm already experiencing abundance. I'm already experiencing success and love and all of that I always wanted. So I just know it's going to get better. But I really want to share my experience, because I know that we as a collective are all experiencing, you know, what it's like. I think we're all experiencing the same things. You know, we're all sick of our jobs. We're all ready to make a change. We're all looking for our purpose. We're all looking to make more money. We're all wondering about climate change. We're all thinking the same thoughts. But I wanted to kind of provide my experience and share my experiencing, because I'm not there at the end yet, but I am happy. And I've always said, and like every time I've made intentions, I always said I wanted to be happy. And I feel like so grateful to be happy. Like, just to meet so many people, and like, you know, just right now I'm like looking out into the forest and the sun setting, and it's just so beautiful, and I'm around amazing people. It's like really the people that I'm just like so grateful to be around. And I feel better. Like, I'm doing meditation. I'm really taking care of my body, and feeling healthy in my mind, my body, my spirit. And when I was always manifesting, I always manifested being happy. When I went into meditation and I would go into the future me, I'd always feel myself feeling happy. And I'm so grateful to say that this is what I feel right now. And I know it's going to get better, because how that the universe is orchestrating is going to elevate me to the next level. But the more I surrender, the quicker I will get to that. And so if you are on, you know, similar journeys, if you are, you know, wondering, like, if you're going through some shit and you're in the unknown, like, I just want to like send some really good energy out to you, because like, it's going to be okay. Like, and if you're taking that big leap on yourself, if you're investing in yourself, if you're making big decisions and you're watching this video, like, it's going to be so fucking okay. Like, before I got to Costa Rica, I was just like psyching myself out. I was like, yo, am I bugging? Like, did I make the right choice? Like, am I, like, even like the first week I got here, I was just like psyching myself out. I was questioning and doubting myself. And now it's like the ending of my 3rd week here, and I feel good. I feel like I'm not gonna worry anymore. Like, I'm done worrying. I really am. I really have grounded myself. I'm really trusting myself. I'm really trusting the universe, and I'm allowing to move through. And I really believe that, like, all of that I'm waiting for, like, it's already happening. Like, I'm already experiencing it. And all I have to do is just like relax into it. And that's just like my only thing that I wanted to share is just like, if you're going through a similar experience, just like surrender. Like, don't resist it. Don't fight it. Just like relax into it and just go with the flow. Like, flow. I never knew what it meant to flow because I was such an anxious person. I was such a controlling person. Like, I wanted to know. Like, I didn't know how to flow. And when you're flowing, it feels good. That's how you'll know. Like, you'll know you're flowing because you feel good, you know? When you're trusting the process, you feel good. You're not tense. You're not intense. When you're not trusting, you're tense. You're worried. You're anxious. But when you're not feeling tense, when you're feeling good, that means you're flowing. And that's the place you want to be. So, I just want to share my experience up until this point because I feel like a lot of people on YouTube share their stories about like being in the unknown and dealing with uncertainty when they already made it. But I wanted to kind of share my video in the beginning processes of that because these are the processes that like these are the videos I think that like most of us are on. Like, we're all like, it's really nice to watch those videos of people already made it, but when you actually meet when you're watching a video of someone who took like that first leap, like, I really hope that like people who are like still wondering if they should quit their job or if they should take that big leap and they're watching this video, like, this one's for you. Like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And no regrets, like, no fucking regrets. Like, you're gonna meet a bunch of fucking people who are going to be like, you are that bitch. Like, when I meet people here and they're like, you have great energy, and they like just really vibe with me and they understand me, it just feels so good because it's the support system I was looking for, and I wasn't finding it where I was from. Like, and that's not to say that like it's wrong. I think just like the people that I was around, what I was doing was so foreign to them. But now that I came to a place where it's like where people are vibing and we're on the same frequency, like, they can see my potential. They can see me for who I am, and they fuck with it. And it's like, it's helping me realize my own power. And I realized like I didn't need the validation of anyone ever. It was just me that needed to validate myself. And when you need to also know that you are valid. You are so fucking valid. Like, what you want, what you want to aspire to, it's available to you. You are that bitch. You are that bitch. Like, go for it and trust yourself. Like, don't let nobody like second guess you. Like, if someone's not on your wavelength, it's not like they're a bad person. They're just worried for you. So don't take it like fuck that person. Like, that's not the energy I want to give out. But you're going to meet people on your path that are going to help you, and the help might not be physical. It might just be someone who's just like uplifting you and supporting you and cheering you on, because you might not get that. And for someone like me, I didn't really feel like I had the strongest support system. But coming here, I really feel like, oh my God, like, people believe in me. Like, people really can see what I see in myself, and it feels good. So anyways, I just really want to make this short video. I gotta go get my laundry. I waited to do my laundry for like 3 weeks now, and like there's like a bunch of people who are waiting for this machine. But I just really wanted to make this quick video and like kind of, just send my support and like share my story, because I know that even just sharing your story can like really make someone feel better. Because I watch some of these YouTube videos of like influencers, and they're already like there in their journey and like they're killing it, and it's like, I didn't want my channel to be like, this is me made it. Like, I want it to be a channel where I'm just sharing my journey, and like you can really see my journey. Like, you can see me go through all my shit and like really get to that place. So this is just one of those videos where it's just going to be like, when I look back, it's going to be like, this was like the first step of my journey to where I'm going to go. So I really hope it resonates. I really hope it's relatable. Yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. Like, it means so, so, so much to me. I'm sending you guys so much love and just like abundance and joy. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Comment below. I love hearing from you guys. I will see you guys later.